If you're already a Hideaway Lake, Texas resident, then you know that we have multiple choices when it comes to outdoor sports, courts, and fields. So in case you did or didn't know, I'm going to show you guys on the map where these are located. We're going to start today with one of America's most favorite up and coming sports, pickleball. Honestly, it seems like pickleball comes up in constant conversation. Hideaway residents have even created a Hideaway Pickleball sports page on Facebook where you can be a part of their group, know when they're playing, and or if more people are needed to make a game. Hideaway has a very nice setup, dedicated pickleball courts that are located on the west side of Hideaway. Most residents know that when you see UL, the acronym, that it means Hideaway Lake. The Facebook group that I'm a member of is called HAWL, H-A-W-L, Pickleball. But now that I'm looking it up, it seems like there's maybe more than one page. But basically, if you are a member or if you want to be a member, you may want to join this group. Then you can find out from the people that are really involved with the pickleball what the times and days that the games are available. As you can see from the footage that I've filmed, these courts are actually pretty immaculate. And there's also a light system so that the courts can be lit up later in the day or different times of day where it may be darker earlier, either in the evening or early mornings. Just being honest, I've never played pickleball, but I'm a fan of tennis, so I feel like I would probably enjoy it. I do notice that when I meet someone or realize that someone has started playing, they almost become a little obsessed. Well, and unfortunately for me, I'm obsessed with running my real estate business, and so you'll find me doing that most of the time instead. Pickleball courts in Hideaway are located at Pineview Park, which also has a small park for children, and the pickleball courts are right beside it. There's plenty of parking, and if you follow these sites within the Facebook groups, then you can find out what times and days that they play. Of course, if the courts are not being used, you can use them at any time. But of course, if you're wanting to join in with a larger group and build a community with them, then the Facebook pages are probably a really good place to find the information. The tennis courts are located at Frontier Park, which is kind of a centrally located area in Hideaway. Frontier is the largest park in Hideaway. Aside from that, they are still well maintained and available basically any time for residents to play, either recreationally or competitively. Honestly, I'm unsure if there's a Facebook group for that, but the courts are there for you to be able to use anytime that you'd like. Right next to the tennis courts is a small baseball diamond. It's the same principle. You can go play as long as no one else is using it at the time. It's a perfect place if you want to have a little scrimmage with friends, play with the kids. Just being honest, I'm not sure if it's regulation size, but I love that we have it available where people will have a place to go do things with their kids, or for the kids, teenagers, to have something to do and really just to encourage, especially kids these days. It's great to encourage them to be doing outdoor activities and to continually support the amazing outdoor activities and lifestyle that Hideaway really provides. Frontier Park is the largest park in Hideaway, and we will discuss that on a completely different video just regarding the parks here in Hideaway. But there is also a basketball court at Frontier Park as well. The basketball courts actually are under a very tall covered pavilion, which also doubles as a really great place for the food setup when there are park parties that various groups within Hideaway will sometimes host. Now, Bruce Park is basically just a small soccer field with two goals, and it's located just off of Northgate Drive. I'll be honest, I really love how Hideaway was very mindful in their designs to place these parks in different areas. Even though Frontier is a more centralized park and has a couple of the features that are sitting there, it still provides a little bit of privacy for the different sporting events, different sports that people want to participate with, or there's also room to park and even hang out before or after your sports activities. When I first moved back to the Lindale area, I moved back in 2011 and I rented for a short time until I figured out exactly where I wanted to live. But I knew I wanted to be within Lindale School District. I do know that God has a plan and I trust that, but sometimes I do wish that I'd moved out here sooner, mainly because living here in the Hideaway does actually promote a more healthy and outdoor lifestyle, which I do wish my daughter had been able to have been more involved, because by the time I moved here, she was already, in her mid-teens and no longer interested in trying to get out and make new friends and do things like that. But sidebar conversation, she actually now lives in South Tyler, and while she does enjoy being close to all of the different commercial businesses and things that South Tyler does offer, of course she does come to visit her grandmother and her mother, but she also comes out here to rollerblade. And of course, I'm not allowed to say that everything is 100% safe because I obviously cannot guarantee that. But she feels more safe coming out here to rollerblade than she does in some of the parks in Tyler. And as a young lady, I don't mind that she wants to do that. Obviously, I want her to come visit, but at the same time, I do want her to be safe. And she does like to be active and exercise. As you're driving by at any time of day, you can almost always see someone utilizing these different courts to play games and a couple of ball fields. These amenities are just a few of the options that Hideaway has provided to continue to promote an active lifestyle. And of course, a family-friendly community with pickleball, tennis, basketball, baseball or softball, soccer, all being included in your membership dues. Residents have endless opportunities for recreation and community connection. Once again, I'm Rebecca Williams with Relocating Realty and the Hideaway Happenings channel and the Living in East Texas channel. I'm a real estate professional and community expert because I do work and live and play here in Hideaway, Texas. I have videos so you guys will know what it's like to live in beautiful Hideaway, Texas, and just to keep you informed about Hideaway's happenings. If you never want to miss one of my new videos, hit the notification bell and subscribe, like, share a video with your friends, especially if you're trying to get them to move to Hideaway. And remember to give me a call and I'm happy to give them a tour. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.